Today we're making some short rib tacos with this beautiful premium California beef. This short rib was provided by the California Beef Project. All beef is coming from local sustainable farmers. Look at that beautiful fat cap. What I'm using here would be considered an English cut short rib. It has a lot of marbling and 3 bones. We'll be using white onion for this, and it will have 2 purposes. One will be sliced for our braised beef, and the other will be going to our salsa. The reason I chose white onions is because it has a slightly sweeter taste than yellow and a bit milder. For the sliced onions, I will be cutting the root off at an angle, which will keep the onion together while I slice. Going at a 45-degree angle and moving with the angle of the onion, I will be slicing all the way across. I'm using Fresno chilies for the braise and for the salsa because it has a nice bite to it, but not too spicy. I'm pairing the Fresnos with an Anaheim chili, one of my favorite chilies. It's nice and mild, has a great chili flavor, but not much spice. So we're gonna add more of a chili punch to our tacos without adding any more heat. Now for one of my favorite ingredients, cilantro. I'm folding it over right here and giving it a chiffonade. So I want these nice little tiny ribbons to be on my tacos. I've preheated our pan over medium-high heat, and I'm adding the beef fat that I cut off the short ribs. We're gonna render this slowly to bring out all of that fat. It's gonna give a great flavor to our tacos. This also allows us to use beef fat as our cooking oil instead of having to use something like canola oil, vegetable oil, or a butter. I'm going to heavily season our short ribs on all sides using salt, black pepper, and Spiceology's Black Magic. There's a link in the description where you can find it for yourself. We'll be searing this on all sides over a medium heat. Leave it in the pan until it gets a nice brown crust on each side. It will take between 2 and 3 minutes per side to get this nice crust. Now that our short ribs are seared on all sides, we're going to add our white onions. Let the onions saute for about 5 minutes before adding our chilies. We're going to add half our Anaheims and half the Fresnos into our mixture here. Once our onions get some color, we're going to add some more Black Magic, about a teaspoon. Now I'm going to add about 3 cups of vegetable stock that has been clarified. Now cover and allow to cook for about 45 minutes. Once the liquid has almost completely evaporated, we're going to add another 2 cups of water. Now allow it to cook for another 45 minutes, checking its tenderness, and it might need to go for another 15 to 20 minutes. Right here, our short ribs have gained the desired tenderness. We're gonna chop it up and mix it back in with the broth. Now that we've added our beef back in, we're gonna allow it to cook until the liquid is almost completely evaporated. While our beef finishes, we're gonna make our salsa. I'm combining the white onions with Anaheim's, Fresno chilies, and my own hot sauce, Ron Dog hot sauce. For this, I'm using Ron Dog hot sauce, my own personal hot sauce. This is a salsa borracho that I made. Typically, it's more of a fresher salsa. I made this into a fermented salsa with tequila. Now let's plate some tacos. I'm going to take the tortillas and dip them in the beef fat. This will do two things. One, make them extra fatty and delicious, and the other is going to soften them up. Now look at the glaze in that beef. We reduced all the liquid for our tacos, so it just glaze the beef and enrich it with all that flavor. We're gonna top it with a little bit of the salsa and then enjoy. But you know what we do need? A cocktail. Speaking of cocktails, if you look right there in that right-hand corner, you will see a recipe for a grapefruit margarita.